Hi, and welcome to Avail. My name is Robert, and on behalf of our Landlord Success team, I want to personally thank you for choosing our platform. This demo details the process by which you, a landlord, can create a listing for your property on Avail. We know that as a rental business owner, time is of the essence when searching for a new tenant for your property. Keep in mind that you will want to publish your listing 60 days prior to your current lease end date if you currently have a resident. 2 months prior to when you'd like the property occupied is always a good time frame to begin your search for a new tenant. On average, Avail assists landlords in finding 15 to 20 leads within 2 weeks of publishing your listing on our platform. And you, the landlord, can invite these leads to complete an application directly from the listing responses that they submit to you. But this first step before getting into building that listing is to make sure that you've added your property to your account. As a quick recap, one way you can do this is directly from your dashboard. Besides giving you a quick snapshot of your account, the dashboard space is where you will see all the units you've added to your landlord account. Here you can see I've added 1 unit to my account already, but more can be added by clicking on Add a Property in the Quick Links area over here, or on the sidebar menu where it says Properties by clicking the plus sign. For those who are just getting started, we recommend using the Quick Links area in order to add your first unit. Anyway, let's get started with adding that first property. Here you can see we can add units to existing buildings, or you can add an entirely new building. For the purposes of this demo, we're going to add a new building. As a heads up, this property address that you enter for this new property is the same address that will be used when creating your lease. But more information on that will be provided by viewing the lease creation video. Once the address is added, I'm going to choose the property type. I'm going to select apartment, but you can choose between condo, townhome, or single family home. If you've added multiple units in your account, you can navigate to another property simply by clicking on the address over here on the left-hand side of whichever page you're on in your account. If you navigate back to the dashboard, you will also notice a Manage Unit button, which also allows you to navigate into your unit's details and features. Now that you've added a unit to your account, you can effectively build your first listing for that unit. Let's navigate to the Listing tab so we can get started. Creating an online listing is a critical first step in generating leads and gauging interest in your property. With Avail, you maximize your chances of tenants seeing your listing by posting not only to our site, but also to 8 other partner sites. These sites include Zillow, Trulia, Hotpads, Zumper, Apartments.com, ApartmentList, Walkscore, and Padmapper. If you have any questions about what rent price you should set for your unit, we do have a partnership that we've established with RentRange, which allows you to purchase a $19 rent analysis report from directly within your landlord account. You can click on the rent analysis link on the left-hand side, where you'll then be able to add a few details about your property, and then can proceed with purchasing one of our rent analysis reports. In this rent analysis report, you'll receive a rent estimate for your property, rent benchmarks for your area, county rent trends, and more. We've teamed up with RentRange to provide all of this data just for you. But back to the listing page. Over on the right-hand side of the page, you'll see a green bar that says, Build Your Listing. Go ahead and click this button. You will see that there are 8 steps in the entire listing creation process. The first step covers the listing basics, including the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, the number of square feet, parking type, if parking is offered, as well as laundry. So if laundry is off-site, in-unit, in-building, or a hookup in-unit, you can specify that. The second step covers the rental term information, including the rent price, the security deposit, the move-in date or the date that the property is available, the minimum lease length, the move-in fee, and the parking fee, if there is one. If you're still having trouble determining a rent price, you can purchase a rent analysis report from this step of your listing. Next, you'll select whether pets are allowed, and if so, you can check that all are allowed. We allow you to specify large dogs are allowed, small dogs are allowed, or just simply cats are allowed. The fourth step allows you to upload pictures to your listing from your computer. Just a helpful tip, adding photos can increase your odds of locating tenants by up to 76%. You can also rearrange your photos if you'd like by simply clicking and dragging to reorder. I'm going to go ahead and do that now just to give you an example of what I'm talking about. The next step then allows you to select the amenities that your unit offers. So for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to say my unit offers central air, central heat, a dishwasher, hardwood floors, stainless steel appliances, an updated kitchen, and an updated bathroom along with in-unit laundry. You can also create another amenity by clicking the Create Another Amenity button. The next step is to add your utilities. So, which utilities are included in the rent? You can specify this by hovering your mouse over one of the options and then clicking on it. For the purposes of this demo, I'll select on AC included and cable included, along with electric included. Next, we ask you to create both a title and a description for your listing. The description area is the best place to include specific details that weren't captured in the above steps. Now, we do offer a simple title and also a sentence builder that can assist in writing your description if you're struggling with a little writer's block. When using the sentence builder, you can click on the first sentence, second sentence, third sentence, and fourth sentence, and it will pull those sentences in, so there's no need to copy and paste a listing description. At this step, you can also purchase a for rent sign. This will allow people to see that your property is for rent when you place it in your front yard. Our Avail for rent signs come at a cost of $25. The final step in the process is publishing your listing. To do this, click the Preview Listing button, and then after you review your listing, you can click Publish. This will then instruct you to enter your mobile phone number. We'll text you a 4-digit code that you don't want to share with anyone else, and then you can enter that here. Once the code is submitted, the listing will then publish not only to our site, but all the other partner sites as well. These listings are active for 14 days. You can go back into your listing to edit your listing details at any time simply by clicking on that Edit button. And then, by clicking on the pencil icon next to a particular section, you can edit the details within that section. Please note that if you're trying to edit the rent amount, you'll need to scroll all the way down and click the pencil icon on that last section. If your listing is unpublished before the 14 days are up, no problem. You can simply click the Publish button, and that will republish your listing to our site and all the partner sites. In order to reset the counter on that 14 days, simply click the Refresh Listing button. Now, all listing leads or potential applicants will be email notified to you directly, and we keep record of each of these below listing responses. We provide the lead's name, email, and phone number along with their initial message. My colleague Christine is going to express interest in my Avail listing, just to give an idea of what this looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page now, just to view her inquiry. Great, there she is. This information would have also been email notified to me, where I can immediately respond. I can see the site she is expressing interest from, Avail. I can see her contact information and the message. From here, I can send her a response, I can take personal notes, or even send her an application right away. Please keep in mind we've actually thought through this process, and this is a good opportunity to ask standard pre-screening questions. You can then schedule a viewing or make the listing lead aware that you'll be sending them an application, just to provide them some context around timing behind all of this. In addition to helping you generate leads by making your listing live on Avail, once you publish that listing on our site, the listing will syndicate to all 8 of those partner sites. When you start to notice more listing leads, you will also be able to recognize which platform the lead came in from. Again, the next step would be to have your leads complete an application, and then there are a few settings via the listing tab which allow you to adjust the settings for your listing as it pertains to getting interested leads to apply. It is automatically the default setting to request applications from all interested listing leads who reach out. But you can adjust this. On the listing tab, you can click Settings, and then that will allow you to toggle one of the 2 options presented to you. You have the option to turn on the Auto Request Applications for Listing Lead setting, which will make it so that Avail will request an application from listing leads that come in through one of your active listings. The other option is to turn on the Applications Must Include Credit Report and Background Checks option. This makes it so that the listing lead submitting an application must also authorize access to their credit report and that background check. After you've published your listing leads can begin an application for your rental unit. For more specific information on our tenant screening tool, please check out our tenant screening demo webinar, which will provide you a thorough walkthrough of how to successfully request an application from an interested listing lead, as well as requesting an application of an interested applicant whose information you already have. In terms of other questions you might have with regard to your listing, it is always free to list your unit on our basic plan. If you want to share your unique listing link to other sites, such as your social media sites like Facebook or Twitter, or if, say, you wanted to share your link on Craigslist, you're more than welcome to do so. Just be aware that we do not have any control over these other sites, so you may just want to be mindful of what information you're sharing there. If you want to change the contact information that gets syndicated to the partner sites, you can easily adjust this via your account settings. Any contact information that you include in this area is the contact information that interested listing leads will be able to see via your listing on the partner sites. Again, we want to make managing your own rental business super easy and can help to automate the different parts of this process. Don't forget, at Avail, we're here as a resource for you. If you have any questions or need help with anything, you can send us an email to support@avail.co or give us a call. The number is 312-508-3786. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.